guys there. YouTube, what's up? It's been a long time since I've made a video. As you can tell, we're in my car right now. I got a couple new pieces of equipment for the return to YouTube. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. Hopefully everything's not vibrating around too crazily. I'm in a STI right now. I'm currently in the middle of a hauler in southern West Virginia, so everything's a little bumpy. But yeah, I decided that I want to come back to YouTube, and I think I'm going to focus on making car videos. So most of you guys know me as a Game of Thrones YouTuber. Did pretty good. Got a bunch of views and stuff. Ended up with like 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully the shaking ain't destroying the quality of the video right now. Yeah, you guys know me as a Game of Thrones YouTuber. The show is over. It was an awesome run. I appreciate all of you guys that stay subscribed, and if any of you end up watching this video, it'll be cool to talk to you guys in the comments because it's been so long. But yeah, it's time to turn the page. I want to move on, and I want to get back into YouTube, so that's what we're gonna do. So my last video, if you actually watched it, it was a current mod list on this car. Now nothing has really changed since then. I've been spending a lot of money on tattoos and stuff, so I haven't really been working on the build too much. I almost got 2 full sleeves, as you can tell now. But yeah, anyways, haven't really changed much to the car since that last video. So if you want to go back and watch it so we can kind of get on a level playing field so you guys know what's up with this car and stuff, feel free to do that. Make sure to check it out. But yeah, I feel like today's video we're going to just kind of talk about the car a little bit, mainly just testing out my new equipment. And maybe we'll talk about some comparisons between my old WRX that I used to have versus this new STI. I feel like that might be a good first video back on YouTube. Real quick, the last thing that I wanted to say is I used to have a different channel for my cars and stuff, and I ended up closing it down. I don't even remember why or what exactly happened, but I ended up closing it down, and I forgot to download all my videos off of it. So yeah, my only one I have so far is the mod list. I had videos where I pretty much had filmed everything up to the point of that mod list, so it does suck that I don't have it. But man, this car's fun. But it sucks that I don't have all those, but nonetheless, we're gonna start anew. Is anew even a word? A-N-E-W? I don't know, but it sounds good. But yeah, now that we got all that cleared out of the way, let's just kind of talk about this 2019 STI a little bit. Like I said, I did used to have a 2018 WRX, and I absolutely love that car as well. I'm not one of those guys who's like, yeah, everybody needs an STI. If you don't have an STI, you're just a poser. Like, I'm not into that stuff. Everybody likes different things. But I will say that they are 2 amazing cars. I absolutely love both of them. They each have their flaws. I like the WRX better in some aspects. I like the STI a lot better in most aspects, but yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. So the first thing about a WRX versus an STI is going to be how much they cost. I mean, that's the biggest thing. If you can afford it, drive both of them. If not, don't break your bank over a car. It's not worth it, first of all. But anyways, if you can afford both of them and you're just trying to figure out the best one to get, that's what this video is kind of going to discuss a little bit. But like pretty much everybody should, I recommend you to drive both of them, because the biggest difference, and the first difference we're going to talk about, is just the way it feels. The STI, it does not feel like a WRX at all. Yes, they pretty much look the same minus the wing, and we're going to talk about just base models. So other than the wing, you pretty much just get a, it's my brother. You pretty much get the blacked out housings in the base model STI and the wing. And that's pretty much your only difference. And then the rims, or wheels. I can't believe I just said rims. But yeah, so other than that, they pretty much look the same. You can mod all of that stuff later on, so that doesn't even really matter. You can add an STI wing to a WRX. People get mad at it all the time, but it's a thing. I had one on my WRX, and you know what? It was cool. But like I said, the biggest thing is just how it feels. The number one thing that I noticed, I'll actually do it real quick, is when you're in first gear in the STI and you floor it, you want to shift to second, it is so smooth. So smooth. I didn't test drive the WRX before I bought it, or I may not have, honestly. Yeah, you can get the cob access port to fix it, but the WRX has terrible rev hang. I don't know if they've done anything about it in 2019 or 2020. I think it's just the transmission. I don't know, but it has terrible rev hang from first to second. You almost have to slip the clutch a little bit in order for it to feel clean. But in the STI, these transmissions are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I used to drive a 99 Eclipse before I got the WRX, and let me tell you, like, the transmission in the Eclipse felt cleaner than the WRX, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember having any shifting problems or anything like that in the Eclipse. It's smooth as butter in this car. I don't even have a short throw shifter or anything. I'm all stock as far as that, but yeah, like, it's just smooth as butter. Then, of course, one of the main things that catches your eye about these new STIs are the giant Brembo brakes. The highlighter yellow or acid green Brembo brakes, and they are awesome. You can stop on a dime. Now, most people aren't really going to notice braking unless you have a situation where you have to slam on them. Most of the time, if you're paying attention and you're doing what you're supposed to, you're never really going to need bigger brakes like that. But if you do want to track the car and you love the way it looks, which I should have talked about that when I was talking about how they look, you'll love these Brembo brakes. They are a pain in the butt to keep clean, but when they're clean, they're absolutely gorgeous. So you got the transmission, you got the Brembo brakes. Now let's talk about two negative things. One, I will say, I think I like the FA better than the EJ. I feel like you can mod it a lot easier, and you're not going to run the risk of ringland failure really bad like these EJs are known to do. Now with this 2019, it's supposed to be a little bit better. I don't think it's forged, but it doesn't have forged internal. It just has reinforced internals, I think is what it's called. So these 2019s are supposed to be a little bit better, and of course you can do different mods to help back the safety of the EJ. My washer fluid level is low, but you know, it's just one of them things that you're going to run the risk of is ringland failure once you start modding these like crazy. I know a bunch of people who have modded the WRXs full bolt-ons and almost just hit that guy walking because he's walking in the middle of the road and a car was coming at me. Jesus. But man, first vlog already, and I've already almost hit a deer, almost hit a person. I seen my brother. I cut out the deer part, but sheesh. Anyways, yeah, you can go full bolt-on with those WRXs, and they're fast, man. So as far as the power output, I wouldn't say there's too much of a difference, honestly. You can look at their 0-60 times, their quarter-mile times. There's not a crazy big difference in power. So I think I'm going to give the engine the best engine to the WRX. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with these new STIs. And last but not least, the one negative thing, even though they do look cooler, I think, are the STI wheels. 19-inch wheels, it's just a weird thing for me. I don't really know why they did it. I think 18s would have been just fine. Would have been better for tires. Would have been better for hitting potholes and winter setups and stuff like that. But they decided to go with 19-inch rims. And I feel like I would rather almost honestly have those base model 17s on the WRX and just use them as a winter setup because they don't look terrible. They don't look great. But yeah, I would say the wheels are kind of a downfall. So pretty much at the end of the day, it's going to be what your preference is. Do you want to feel like you're kind of in a track-ready car? Is that my cousin? I'm seeing everybody I know. Do you want to feel like you're in a track-ready car and have a crazy, nice feeling of driving it every time you drive it? Or do you kind of just want to feel like you're in a regular car that's pretty quick and save you a lot of money? And then you can add in small stuff when you want to, or go big or go home, whatever. You can do the access port, get rid of the rev hang. It's all what it's going to come down to is basically what you want this car for. If you just want it to look cool, you're better off going with the WRX, because I save I'm probably spending like $150 more a month on this STI. So $150 a month, I mean, a couple months, $300, and you can do some stuff, you know what I mean? So it's all up to you, depending on what you want. If you want a car that feels like a race car, that you're ready to track, STI all the time. If you just want something that looks pretty cool, gets way better gas mileage, then go with the WRX, save you some money, and then just mod it. All in all, I feel like owning an STI is a great experience. I think if you're a car enthusiast and you've never driven one, you need to drive one because it's amazing. You got the Boxer rumble too, which I'm sure you guys have heard all video, but yeah, I didn't even mention that. You got the Boxer rumble. It's just one of those cars where people who don't really know them too well an STI is probably going to turn it's going to turn heads, or your ears are going to perk up when you hear STI over a WRX. That's just kind of how it goes. I feel like everybody should experience driving one, experience owning one. It's just one of those cool things. But sometimes I find myself thinking, man, now that I've got this experience out of the way, I wouldn't mind just having a WRX now, honestly, just because the fuel, the miles per gallon is a lot better. The fuel efficiency is what I was looking for, is a lot better. You can mod them probably easier and safer, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of the same car minus the steering and the transmission, which can be fixed. Not really the steering, but the transmission with the cob access port, you won't have any rev hang. Yeah, guys, this video was mainly just to test out my new setup and all that. Kind of just wanted to see how it goes. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. I think I'm gonna turn around here and head back to the house, but appreciate you guys watching, just mainly testing all this out. If you have any questions for me as far as like my mod list, if you watch that video or anything, just let me know. And yeah, I'll get back to you in the comments. If you have any more questions over owning a WRX versus a STI, just let me know, because I've owned both and I love both. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been Lycan. Peace.